Hi there, I'm so happy you're watching. Today I will show you the fourth edition of the Dina Wakley Summer Soul Book that I've been creating throughout this summer. And today we will talk about this page. We start with this page. And it's a collage, and it was in a session. I've already shown you in my previous video this one and that one, and it was all in the same session. And here I had a skirt which was broken, and I wanted to integrate that in my art journal. Also, I was working with a friend in this session, during this session, Esther, and we had lots of fun. And we also did a kind of a collaboration. I said, make something, and I put it in this book, and she created this one. It's very textural, and then there were some threads coming out of the skirt, and I pasted them in the circle that she created. So this was kind of my guideline together with the skirt to create this page. And it was a hard thing because I wanted to use it on previous page because there was also black, but I found it was too dominant. And I think this paper, this is also paper that she gave to me, and this too, it came from an art journal that she just bought. So it's a very connective page with lots of elements, but I wanted to keep this background very calm and peaceful. Then go to the next page, which is a jelly plate, a jelly transfer page, because I can see it, because when you do the transfer in the other way, with the other technique, with the glue, everything gets mirrored. And here I can still see the text of the magazine. I can still read it. And this is about honoring your path. And I just wanted to do something with this orange in this page. So I used this kind of, paper or fabric I think it's fabric with a golden thread. And here I used that again. So you see, composition wise, I often use diagonals. Like here I have this stitched piece of fabric. And here the thread is going on, it's continuing and overlapping the underlying piece. So I did a lot of overlapping actually with thin pieces of paper. Here is also paper. I think it's straw paper or something. And here I also pasted a piece of I think it's a elastic piece of a top, that same orange color that's also here. So I want to keep it quiet, and I have just one color, one actual color like orange that I used for this page because it was here. And furthermore, I kept it very, very, very calm. Here again, that printing technique with a piece of paper. So lovely page to work on. And here we go to the page that is my favorite from this session, I think. And this is a page that I created after going to a workshop, a live workshop, physical workshop. And it was about with your feet on the ground, in the earth. I don't know how to translate, met je voeten in de aarde, earth, but with your feet on the ground. So it was a lovely workshop organized by two lovely women. And the fun thing was that you needed to bring something to the workshop to tell something about yourself. And what I did, I brought a mini book with me, not this one. And I left the mini book because all people wrote down their insights during the workshop. So that was really fun. And I said to the workshop host, you can keep it for other workshops or for yourself. Do whatever you want with it. And another fun thing was that I had a dream that week before about an orange heart. And I was like, that's amazing. And someone had it on her neck. But I said, isn't it very heavy to wear that all day long? And she said, it's just for today. After that, you can keep it. And I said, whoa, okay. And then when I was at the workshop, there was the very same heart was laying there on the ground. And I said, well, I dreamt about that one. Isn't that strange? And when the workshop ended, Camille put it in my bag. I felt in my bag and I said, whoa, is this for me? Yeah, you can keep it. So it was like a dream coming true, and I wanted to draw it. I think it's this side, yeah, that I painted. So it's a carniole stone. So it's a very earthy stone. I love it. And the funny thing was that when I did another workshop, totally different workshop with totally different organizers, I was sitting there and I mentioned that they had exactly this same stone and I had this one because they asked to bring something to tell something about yourself too. And I brought this one to that workshop, and then there was another one. So I really had to keep in mind which one was mine and which one was from that workshop owner. Afterwards, I created this accordeon librello book. As you can fold it like an accordion. And with all the insights, I filmed that original one so that I still had all the insights and all the things that people wrote down. And this was one of the exercises. And some insights. I won't go into detail about that. You really need to follow that workshop if you want to know. It was a really amazing thing. Then this page is a bit about, well, collage things. This is, I think, from an old sketchbook that I bought in Spain. I had dried some flowers and I had to take care of a turtle. My neighbors had a turtle for a couple of weeks, but they needed to go to their country where they're from. And they asked me, well, we need to go, but can you take care of a turtle? And I never did something with turtles, so it was completely new to me. But he had no name, but I called him Turtle, and I said, "Hi, Turtle," when I came in, and he was crawling, and he was saying something to me. I felt like he was saying something. So it was just for a couple of days, but I found it a wonderful creature, and I wanted to paint it. So this is the back. And this page, and I think the one after this, the page after this, they are quite, well, I feel they're not really complete, but I love the colors so much. But maybe I will find something one day to put in, like, for example, these berries. They would look lovely on this page too. But, well, I just had no idea how to move on with this page, and I love the colors, and the only thing that I've done is adding this little grape leaf, and here a piece of text and that old sheet music paper that really looks lovely with the background color that's also inside this page, on this page. But there could be something. And when I finished this book, or when I called this book finished, I wasn't really sure if this one was ready, and also the one before. There could be something else. It is already good, and I wanted to close the book. And I said, okay, I call it done. But actually, this one was a theme about the sea. I planned to do some swimming in the sea. I live close to the sea. But for some reason, I haven't took a swim that whole summer. And then the weather was very good, and I swam for 3 times that week. And this one was about swimming. And this is also a girl that I had from a palette. Here you can see it too. These ones are coming from a palette as well. And this is my warning. Do not use this technique. Palettes, tear off palettes aren't really good thing to use because they're plastics. And even though there are, well, wonderful things popping up sometimes, they're getting damaged very, very, very often. Like this, I corrected this for a couple of times, but it didn't really work out. Here you can see it too. Though I love the images very much, it's better to make a copy and put the copy into the book, because when you open and close it every time, it sticks to the paper. Pieces are getting broken. So that's not really a good thing. But this is about swimming in the sea, diving, taking a deep dive, and just surrender to the water, to the waves. Even meeting some ghosts, some water ghosts, and finding a peaceful spot to rest, like this cave. And here she is discovering someone else, and they're both in another sleeping bag. I don't know why, this was just what came up in my tear off palette. Oh, and this was actually a leftover piece from this Seascape collage, Seascape thumbnail collage, and I don't know why, but I created, instead of 12, which would fit in this book, I created 13. So there were too much of them, and I thought it would be nice to have the seed chapter already here on this page, and then continue and you see the rest of it. So it was very nice to create these things and get them balanced, like yellow from the beach, the beach houses, and a lot of, seascape things like this one. And also very abstract things that you don't even see what it is. Maybe it's a close-up from a wave. I don't know. But I found it I had lots of fun creating this. This page is the final page that I'll be showing you today, and it's a very abstract page, a collage page, and it is about visiting my friend Mieke Fleurackers in Belgium. It is not really visible, but these leaves are from her garden, and I found it wonderful to meet Mieke again. We know her from, I did some masterclasses for her. I organized some masterclasses for her online school, LaboArte, which is a Dutch online school. She has also an English school, and I will put the link below in the description. And Mieke and I met before because she was in the Netherlands a couple of years ago, and we had lots of fun, and we had really a soul connection. So we thought it would be good to meet her, to meet each other again. And I decided to visit her in Belgium. And it were 2 lovely days. We sat in the swimming pool. We had a lovely evening, drinking some wine, talking with her husband, talking with her. I had a lot of nice discussions. We made a long walk, and we also created a podcast together. And the title of that podcast is How Can You Feel That Painting is Your Soul Mission? And it's only in Dutch, so sorry for that. But for all the Dutch people, I put the link also in the description. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And please let me know which was your favorite one from this week. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the very final part of this book. Have a wonderful week, and I see you next time. Bye bye.